let's quickly address this consultation paper that has just come to light. This is a SEBI consultation paper looking at perhaps increased scrutiny and higher disclosure when it comes to foreign portfolio investors. Sandeep Parekh, founder of Finsec Law Advisors, is with us. Sandeep, morning. Thanks for taking this quick call. We're all just going through the paper even as we speak. First glance, what appeared to me is that it seems that SEBI is now proposing certain wider, more sweeping powers that allows it to get to the last mile, the last beneficial owner. Because it seems that as of now, memory is a little hazy, but there are a number of thresholds that come into play. Only if there's a control criteria, there's a ownership criteria, only above which can SEBI seek the BO details. But it seems now in this consultation paper, it's trying to go beyond and literally get to the last investor. Would that be the right reading?
Yeah, that seems to it. Again, it's just come out, so I just quickly seen it. But yeah, that seems to be the, essentially they want to go to the last human being, which is, of course, not always practical, but I'm sure they will carve out specific instances like concerns. If it's a listed company, the real human being changes every day, sometimes every microsecond. So, they'll have to, while they want to address the concerns with respect to who actually owns it and people are not hiding behind shadows, I think that's probably the motive. But at the same time, they should also seek feedback from the international investors as to what challenges this could pose.
Is there, Sandeep, I had reported this was a source pay story back in February earlier this year, and I think we've spoken about this as well. SEBI had written to these banks who do FPI registration asking for these details by the 30th of September. And what one heard is that many came back, said, well, we have difficulties because if we do it, we disclose, we are in violation of rules where we are registered. From a law point of view, is that correct or not really? I mean, if they want to, they can disclose.
No, sir. That's always been the consistent argument. I don't think that's a sound argument. Otherwise everybody will go through opaque jurisdictions, which make it impossible.
So you're saying that there is no real hurdle. If they want to disclose, they can disclose. I mean, this is just a argument made not to disclose in that sense, Sandeep, right?
That's right. But there are genuine problems as well. So I think SEBI should take feedback with respect to those in terms of I think the money laundering concerns round tripping are kind of valid. But beyond that, I think they should look at kind of genuine concerns with respect to reporting the end human being.
So, Sandeep, just a question here. What they're proposing is to divide the FPI universe into low risk, medium risk and high risk. I think low risk are most of the government entities. I'm just looking at the regulations right now. Low risk is government and government related entities such as central banks, sovereign wealth funds, etc. Moderate risk would be your pension funds, public retail funds, and high risk is everybody else. And then they go on to say that for high risk, it is now proposed that for high-risk FPIs holding more than 50% of their equity in a single corporate group would be required to comply with requirements of additional disclosures. Don't want to jump the gun here, but would this have any bearing on the ongoing, SEBI consultations and the entire exercise with respect to the Adani Group as well?
No, so I think, this is still a consultation paper. From here, it becomes kind of accept comments and then it goes to the SEBI board. So, this is a long way away. And typically, from what we've seen in the past year or so, SEBI gives a glide path. So, they give 6 months to a year, sometimes even longer to implement the law. So, this is not really looking at that specific investigation, but I think they are indeed looking at, increasing the transparency of these end beneficiaries.
All right, Sandeep, thank you very much. We'll keep coming back to you, and I think we'll give you some time to read through the paper as well, and we will take this forward in a bit from now. Well.